So you're finally ready to build your big product idea, whether it's on Lovable, or Base 44 or Cursor. You even have this big brief describing your idea in detail with all the user flows and all the features and who is it for. And you probably used AI to make that doc even bigger. And now it's gotten a bit hard to find, to keep track of all those details. And you should probably, validate that everything is right and you're not missing anything in the big picture. So how do we move from this very detailed document to a visual flow showing any part of your doc? So in my case here, I just wanted to make sure I covered all the user flows and that they make sense to me and I'm not missing anything big. And as you can see, this is highly visual. There's a whole explanation with it. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you very quickly how do we do it. So the first step is, let's head back into the doc. So we're going to head to NotebookLM. So just Google NotebookLM. Every Gmail account has one. You don't need to pay for it. You're going to create a new notebook. Now you're going to select your document that you just created. So in my case, this one, the product brief. I'm going to let it think. Perfect. And now let's say that I would like a brief. So there's a lot of chapters here, right? There's a whole idea described. I want to make sure the key user flows are really clear to me, and I want a visualization of it. So back in NotebookLM, video overview, I'm gonna not click on it right away. I'm gonna click here on the edit button, and I'm gonna create the following prompt. Create a visual video storyboard of the section called Key User Flow. I need each user flow to be highly visual, presented with real images of people interacting with books and interacting with devices and phones. Create UI screens where appropriate. And it should really look like a story describing each of those user flows. So try to not use diagrams, but mostly make it highly visual and mostly rely on narration. Great. So that's an initial prompt. I'm still experimenting with this prompt. I'm gonna copy it. Here's a tip. Whenever you use NotebookLM, do copy and save your prompts because they disappear afterwards. And if you had a great one, then you're gonna lose it. So what I do is I keep track of them in my product brief right here. So I have a video prompt and I just keep them there. All right, when you're ready, press generate, and we're gonna wait a couple of minutes. We are back and let's have a look at our video.
You know that feeling, right? You look at your bookshelf and it's just packed with books you've already read and loved. And you think, what happens now? Well, today we're going to dive into this really cool app called Booka.
So I'm going to skip. They always start with a bit of an overview. I want to go straight to the actual
turning them back
user flows
around you. So to get a real feel for this, let's follow someone named Sarah. She is a total bookworm, reads all the time. Her shelves are literally overflowing with books she's finished, but her wish list? It just keeps getting longer and longer. It's a problem every reader knows all too well, right? Again, this is where things get
So that's pretty good. I already watched it.
Honestly,
it's going to go
this
over
part is like
all the
magic.
different flows.
Sarah
It's going all over the different flows, and it's fairly visual. Much more visual than it usually is for NotebookLM, and it really helps me get a full 10,000 feet view of the user flows, because going back to the actual doc, the original doc, it's just a lot to read. It's a lot of words, and especially with AI coding, making fundamental mistakes in the user flows is usually going to set up your project on the left foot. It's going to be really hard to make big changes. In my case, that's the second iteration of this project, just because I made such major ways on how books are managed, and it just stopped working, right? The code base was just not compatible anymore. So that's why I started from scratch. Again, I'm still experimenting with the prompt. This one works pretty well, and it's highly visual. And you can do that for any of the sections. You can create a technical overview. You can focus on the actual mission and vision and less on the user flows. It's completely up to you. And I think it's pretty sensational. And I want to show you something pretty cool. I actually used my voice. So there's a cool platform, there's a cool product, pretty professional, but I'm going to share it anyways. It's called DaVinci Resolve. And with that one, we can create a custom voice. So I trained that one with my voice. Listen to that.
Too well, right? Okay, so Sarah's first mission is to get that awesome physical collection of hers into the digital world. And if you're thinking, that sounds like a ton of tedious work, well,
that's it. I think it's pretty cool. It's still not there. I don't think I could actually publish that video. There's still a bit of a robotic intonation, but there you go. That was a quick tip. And by the way, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Jeremy. I'm a senior product manager at Meta. I've been there for 4 years and I've been around in a bunch of companies. I could be called an AI power user, and I'm going to be following up with a lot of tutorials, both for entry level and also for a bit more advanced people. See you in the next video.